What's happening, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. Yes, we're back with Planet Zoo. It's been a little while. I've been really enjoying City Skylines, and I thought, hold on a second, let's get some Planet Zoo back into the channel. So this one's been requested by For the Win Gaming from my Bengal Tiger Habitat video. So if you haven't seen that one, go back and watch it. It's pretty cool, and also there's a few more videos as well in the Planet Zoo playlist that you may want to be checking out if you're liking these videos. On that, if you are, please do subscribe and hit the bell. That'd be really useful, and it means that you get to see more of my content more often, which is obviously fantastic. You can always leave a like or a comment down below with which animal you want to see next in our zoo. Now, as you can see from the video, we are doing a bit of a speed build, just trying to build things up and get things in at the moment. Now, what you will notice is the enclosure isn't of a regular shape. It's all wibbly wobbly all over the place, and that's because in that little indent on that little bit of land that we're sculpting now, we're going to be trying to do some sort of cave entrance, which is going to be quite cool, and then there's going to be an underground viewing area where people can see the bears sleeping. We've got a waterfall which runs through the middle of the exhibit, and that creates a nice little river. We've made it nice and shallow so that the bears can obviously walk in some parts of it and swim in others, and that runs all the way through the middle, as you can see, and ends up in a pool at the bottom. Now, this is where I originally wanted to do the cave, and I spent quite a lot of time digging it out, and then actually realised, you know what, I don't really want it in that location, so we end up filling it back in and then moving it to where we actually have the cave to finish, which is over here. There we go. So right, that's the cave sort of dug out. It took me quite a while to actually get the cave entrance finished, purely because we need to make it deep enough that it actually feels a bit like a cave. Secondly, we need to go around and actually have sort of footpaths running down into the cave viewing area, so we needed to work that out as well. But also we wanted to make it so that we had a path running up the inside so that the bears could actually use it and actually go down there. And not only that, the keepers as well, because the keepers have a higher height tolerance or lower height tolerance than the bears actually do, so we had to make it reasonably deep, but we managed it. We end up filling it in. I might put something in the middle area here. I mean, we put like a little bear statue later on, but it's not amazing, I wouldn't say. I mean, it could be amazing if I really wanted it to be, but it isn't. It's just a statue platform. So one of the harder parts of this was to try and get the actual exhibit to be at the right level to this path that we run on the outside. So I'm hoping that you can see the bears from one side of the exhibit, but also if they're on the other side, you can use this platform that I've built all the way around and just lined up with a path so that we can actually view the bears from a different angle. So just getting the sculpt right now, we're just kind of flattening things out, thinking where things are going to go, but also you'll notice that I'm starting to paint the terrain. Now, what I've seen in a few exhibits, and I used to do myself as well, so a little top tip here, is if you turn the intensity down on the paintbrush, you can actually get a nice blended look to the ground instead of it all being blotchy and you can see the paint splots everywhere, or the repeated pattern. You can actually blend the two colors together, and that actually means that you can make it look a little bit more realistic. Now, while I was doing the cave as well, we had to make sure that the cave was accessible for the bears and also the staff. So you'll see me building in what I like to call white mode or detail mode, and that you can just see the traversing area of the bears, which is painted in blue. So if you put a rock in and it cancels out that, you can see it and you can change it without actually getting to the finished build going, oh, that looks great, and then the bears can't actually use it. So we start adding some foliage now, all the trees and bits and pieces, the enrichment areas. You can see the crowds actually building up already, trying to get into the enclosure, or at least look at the enclosure. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the video is literally just popping in vegetation everywhere, rocks, trees, that sort of stuff. I was trying to go with some kind of natural habitat, like a riverbank or like a canyon, that sort of thing. Just to try and make it a little bit more homely for the bears. But anyway, I'm going to be back in a little while with a little bit of a review. We're going to see it, we're going to finish it, and yeah, I'm going to leave you some music. Enjoy. Right, well, there we go. I don't think it's going to be fully finished, but I'm going to call it there, I think. Mr. Bear's having a nice swim in a cool, refreshing pool. Let's have a little look around, shall we? Just make sure we've got everything and to see how everything is from sort of ground level. So we've got our sort of climbing frame and our enrichment, and it's just the main entrance to the gate, really. We'll probably style it up a little bit, possibly. What I might want to do is add some stones and rocks to actually create some kind of fascia to the wall, but I went with the Gambeson wall so that we can actually have it as some sort of stones. You know, it's not really that important. We've then got down into the cave, so I've put this tree branch across, and then we've got this nice path that the bears can go down to. I'm not quite sure why people aren't actually using this platform. If anyone's got any ideas, let me know down in the comments down below. We've got an educational speaker hidden underneath the floor, and then some lights. If we just turn it to note time, have a look. I hope you can all see that. But it's got some nice little ambient lighting going on down in here. And then if you go through the glass again, it's got some nice lighting down in here. I've tried to create some like stone flooring just to, you know, I don't know, cover the floor? Yeah, cover the floor. Right, let's turn it back to day so you guys can see. Blinding. So the aim is we've got a nice little river, and that's all styled out. Again, got some fallen trees. We've got the waterfall. We've got some stuff around the back here. I've kind of left it a little bit open as well. Embedded some rocks here and there, just to leave the bears somewhere to traipse through and move around. But anyway, that is the sun bear enclosure. We're going to call the video here. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment down below, and if you're feeling extra kind, a subscribe wouldn't go amiss. If you like the content and you want to watch more, then subscription and hitting the bell is probably the best way to go. I'm going to leave you with some cinematic B-roll shots, very lovely, and yeah, hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.